So, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to some more Boshy, and this is pretty much like the extra stage of Boshy, right? Pretty much because we already beat the game, we already beat the final boss yesterday, in fact. So today, the only thing left to me for 100% this game is the Cheetah Man, which is a secret boss. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. It's a boss that I kinda wanted to beat before I beat the final boss, but it's apparently harder, so I didn't want to waste my time there before like finishing the game, right? So yeah, that's basically the last bit of Boshy that is left. That's the last bit. So yeah, pretty much it. Somewhere in the teleporter room. Okay, I like that description. Okay, so the controls, I configure them. Down, left, right, jump, shot, and there we go. Okay, so basically this secret boss is in World 7, in one of the places in World 7, which is apparently secret. It's kinda secret, I guess. Damn, it's hard to believe that this game is a platforming game instead of a soul green simulator, right? But it is. Save here. I never thought that I would do platforming again in this game, but here I am. It's kinda like I lost practice of platforming after so much memorization of boss patterns. That's fine. Whew. Nice. For some reason this wall is invisible. I don't know what's the deal with that, but it is. Okay, so to get to the secret world I have to climb all this shit with all these dolls. Which honestly I could choose pick Sagat for this. I wanna see like first like a normal run with normal Boshy, although it's gonna take a long time if I just do this with Boshy. Because these dolls basically start aiming at you when you are right next to them, and they don't stop until they die or until you get out of range, like that, right? The thing with Sagat is that if you use Sagat here, Sagat hitbox, or I should say sprite, is huge, and that means that that means that pretty much everything that you do with Sagat is gonna shoot anyone that is above. Okay, let's see if I can bait. There we go. According to one of my viewers, these dolls look like little Ramilias. Ramilia, you know, that character from Touhou that is a vampire, and it's the final boss of the 6th game. Also known as the first game on the Windows era. So yeah. Okay, so now we can go up. Now we have these dolls to fight. That's fine. Oh wait, after this I completely forgot where I was supposed to go. I think... I should check. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go to the center, but I'm not sure now that I think about it. Okay, I just want to check. Yeah, I'm supposed to go to the center, okay. So you're supposed to go to the center. I'm pretty sure the secret is right, like, after that. I also have to remember that if I go to the center, there are spikes below, so I have to double jump. Actually, no, I don't need to double jump. I just need to go right. Okay, so basically the secret is you skip this and you go here, and that's the secret right there, that teleporter. This takes you to the World of Warcraft world. Yes, this is a thing. You have to input your name. Actually, do you? Yeah, there we go. You have to log in. Actually, no, not with that. Damn, every single key you press is this. There we go. Was supposed to press enter. Wait a second. I pressed backspace and that song played. This is an additional CD that you can unlock. So, okay, there's that. And the song got fucked. Okay, there we go. The problem is that the Epic Sats guy is the previous CD. And that's one that I cannot press, apparently. Also, this part is hard. It's hard mostly because it's pure RNG. You have to run away of these douchebags. And sometimes it's pretty hard. Also, let me check something. Okay. Wanted to make sure it was, you know, capturing the game. Also, I got fucked. But yeah, this part is pure RNG. There's nothing that you can do here other than pray to not get fucked by this huge... And I don't even know what they are. I haven't played World of Warcraft, so... I'm gonna assume that they are giant orcs. Actually, wait. Can I just save from here? Or there? Damn, my bullet sucks. No, there's an invisible wall. Or, you know, something that stops your bullets there so you can abuse it. Okay, I gotta say that that's pretty impressive. So you can shoot from here, you can even shoot from here either. You have to shoot from there. Okay, so they actually thought about it. It's just so you can cheese it. That's impressive. I gotta give it to you. That's a little bit impressive. I wouldn't have thought about that. Ouch. So yeah, the other reason why this boss is a pain in the ass is because you don't have any direct teleporter to him, right? You have to do all this shit every single time you want to face him. Not every single time you want to face him, but like every single time you want to get in here. Obviously you can retry as much as you like and you don't need to go do all of this every time you retry the boss, but every time you want to get here you have to do this. Which is the reason why if you want to beat this boss you have to make sure it's either the last thing you want to do or you really want to beat him, because otherwise you just have to, you know, go back to the teleporter room and do this shit again. There we go. Wait, I don't remember that being it. Is it? Hey AC Borsha, how is it going? Okay, it was it. No, save you fuck, there we go. And the save block was even here. That's fine. Damn it. Yeah, this is also RNG. By the way, you just kinda gotta get lucky. Wait, why can't I jump? What? I couldn't jump there. I could swear that I could jump the previous time I tried that. I guess not. I should check the replay, but I'm pretty sure last time I was here I could jump those shitheads. Wow, nice fucking RNG. There we go. Seems like I cannot, so I guess I should rush. Okay, so it seems that you cannot jump unless you are right at the edge. Okay. So you're supposed to dodge them legitimately, I guess. Damn, I didn't jump the last staircase there. Damn it. That's fine. At least it's not a long part. It's basically literally this part with the rocks, the part with the dudes, and then that's it. There's the boss after that. So at least you just have to survive this RNG once. Well, once, I mean, once you beat it, right? If you say further, maybe you can speedrun it. No. It's basically done, so you cannot save. See that invisible wall? It's not even a wall, it's just something that prevents you to shoot. Like, they actually thought about that. I also, you know, thought, okay, I can do some smart shit. No, the game won't let you do that. I guess Solgrim was pretty smart. So yeah, you have to start from there. Same thing with the previous map. I tried that and it won't let you. See, that's what's being called a smart developer. Okay. Oh, come on. Didn't even touch me. It's Boshy time. Can't even jump over them, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Never mind. If I try to rush it, it's not gonna work. That's fine. I mean, you know what's the good part about this is that I already done this, so yeah, it should only take a little bit of time. Although I'm surprised about that part with the dudes right there. I'm pretty sure I could jump above them, but I guess I can't because I'm trying to jump and it doesn't work. So I guess I'm just gonna get fucked. Hey, Autogrid, how is it going? I'm, you know, right here, about to fight a pretty hard boss. The problem is that I'm getting killed in my way in, so it's getting hard to even get there. That's fine. Eventually gonna get there. This is pure RNG, so there's no way to make this easier. It's just getting lucky. And then this shit. There we go, finally. Holy shit, okay. And this is the boss. Well, not this, but this is the NPC that gives you the quest. Let's save here so we don't have to run that much. So we have King Varian Rin. I don't know, this game looks like World of Warcraft. It is World of Warcraft, but the thing is, this in reality is Boshy. It's a platforming game where you travel to different worlds from different video games just to get fucked by everything thrown at you. It's a game that doesn't like you, like doesn't like anyone. Basically, it tries to kill you and humiliate you every time it has opportunity to do so. So yeah. Also here, you know, this quest right here, you normally would put yes, but you know what happens when you put never? That. You get killed. But that's fine. You just have to accept. And here is where the real challenge begins. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of context, right? I basically beat the whole game. Like the whole game, the entirety of the game, except for this boss. This boss that is about to happen right here is an optional boss, like a hidden boss, that, you know, normally if you are not a masochist, you will normally ignore. But here we are, so I guess I'm gonna try to beat him. And that's pretty much the last thing, the very last thing that I have with the game. If I'm done with this, I'm done with the game. But yeah, it's apparently harder than the final boss, and just to put things into perspective, The final boss took me more than 12 hours to beat. Or even more than that, like, it took me a long time. So this is apparently harder than that. So, you know. So yes, it's the Cheetah Man. And I died, by the way. The good thing is that you can just skip it by pressing the shot button. You don't need to you don't need to aim the mouse. Holy fuck. Well, this is gonna take a while. This is definitely gonna take a big while. And what doesn't help, this type of game make me hit my walls, so I dodge them. Yeah, I basically have a lot of mental fortitude when it comes to these games because I'm used to play them, so even if a game like makes me wanna, you know, kill something, I normally have the experience to deal with the pain. Though the picture above your face cam, yeah, that's a drawing that one of my viewers did, although it's also one of my co-workers, so he did it well. Well, I was like right in front of him, literally. So yeah, he's a pretty talented artist, although he's not even an artist, he's a programmer, but you know, he draws pretty well, considering he's a programmer. Okay, so my biggest problem with this fight is that I never got past the first attack, and I don't even know what's after this, because I never even beat this. Like, I gave up here in my previous, like, when I was here, like, maybe 10 parts ago. I basically saw this attack and I was like, nah, I'm not trying this. But now, since there's nothing left, there's nothing other than this, I have to do this. At least it has the Cheetah Man fight. So basically you can survive more than one hit. Exactly. You can't survive any more than one hit. Anything kills you basically. There are not many things that do not kill you. Most of the things that you see here are basically deadly. Nice. Wow, what an asshole. Okay, so you jump above him and you dodge that. Holy shit. And then the dogs. Okay. And then after the dogs I remember a dude running. Yeah, that one. That you have to jump above him and he goes faster every time. Okay. Okay. At least the tornado attack seems to not be that hard. It's basically double jump and then dodge the other ones. Okay, but this is gonna be... Okay, so I can dodge from there and go to the right. Gotcha. And you know, it's pretty funny because anyone that sees this, I don't know what concept of the game they might have, but this is actually a platforming game. I know, it sounds weird. This is an actual platforming game, right? You have sections where you actually jump over spikes, you know, you have elevators and all that shit. But normally, when you play the game, you are mostly stuck in sections like this, where it's just a boss that is really hard. So most of the platforming doesn't really happen that often. Nice. And the dogs are gonna be a problem here because they are RNG, as far as I know. So that means that you have to react to them. And the problem is that apparently the boss has a health bar, but you can't hit him yet. So basically, all this shit is just for being able to actually hit the boss. God knows when. This looks fucking hard. It is. Well, after all, you know, I Wanna Be the Boss is one of those games that is pretty popular for how much it, you know, makes people rage. It's pretty good for that. In fact, it's one of those games that the popular streamer Forsen gave up on. He normally plays this kind of shit like it's no problem. He tries the hardest and all that shit. But even he had to give up on the final boss. Because he saw how hard it was and the amount of time that it was gonna take. So he basically said, fuck this. And even if I actually could beat the final boss, it took a long time. It took a long time. And this is probably gonna take even longer. So, you know, I know that you basically are used to play and watch fighting games, right? But if you think fighting games are hard, well, this game basically knocks on your door and it's like, you say it hard? Yeah. And basically, yeah, it's Boshy time. It's indeed Boshy time. This is the kind of thing that basically tells you that it's Boshy time, indeed. Thankfully, at least the login game of the map is not in the boss fight, so it doesn't distract you. So yeah, the dogs here are RNG, so you have to be really careful. You have to react to them. You can't really have any strategy other than reaction. And then there is this dumbass that runs like faster every time. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently you're supposed to shoot him, but I don't know. Haven't got there yet. It's a nightmare, yeah. It is a nightmare. It is indeed. So yeah, these are the kind of games that I play when I'm not playing Street Fighter. Basically, games that take a long time to beat, and they also take a lot of brain cells away from you. Like, you could say that this game, you need brain cells to play it, but not because you have to be smart, but because you're gonna lose them while you play. So yeah, that's also another important thing. At least I really appreciate the disco remix of the Cheetah Man theme. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice touch. Okay, so now there comes this asshole. Okay, you are supposed to hit him. Problem is that this is gonna get increasingly harder, because this asshole gets faster every time. Okay, wow. And it also depends on RNG right there, because if the dogs get rid of the middle part of the platform, you barely can do shit. This is RNG hell. Yeah, I can see that this is RNG hell. Yeah, because if the dogs misbehave, basically you have no platform to even run. Or to even do anything. So it all depends on how the dogs behave here. It might also be worth to reset if you get a bad pattern on the dogs, right? Damn it. But yeah, this kind of game basically, since you haven't seen them before, these kind of games are fun to watch, kind of like when you're in the platforming section. When you're in the boss section, the problem is that sometimes the bosses are so hard that you will see me retrying over and over again. So yeah, that can be an issue. Okay, at least seems that I have a good shot here. Although, damn, he gets too fast. He gets too fast there. I wonder how long I have to hit him there. Because holy shit. Because at that point you can barely shoot. You have to constantly jump. I guess you could try. Actually, I know exactly what I could try here. I know exactly the character that will be great for this situation. Where is it? Dark Boshy. Even if he probably won't do that better, at least the bullets are way bigger. Oh, I'm also forgetting about someone really important here. I'm forgetting about my boy Ghastly. There we go. Yeah, there are multiple characters. In fact, there are some characters like this one that are really good because their bullets are bigger, so they have a bigger hitbox. That means that you will be able to hit some things that you normally... Ouch. That you normally wouldn't be able to, right? And the most ridiculous one, like... We have Ryu here, so you will think that it will be Ryu on the size of Boshy, but in reality it's normal size Ryu. And he does this. And he jumps with Shoryuken. And it looks pretty dumb. Basically, because you have to remember that the hitbox for Ryu is in between his toes. Like in between his foot, I mean. His feet. I mean, I can't even talk. So it's really hard to use him. And a character that's even harder than Ryu, it's my boy Sagat, which is even bigger than him. You can do this kind of shit, you tiger uppercut to jump. Oh, I don't know if I wanted to save there. I basically save at the same time that I was taking the quest. Oh, it's fine. It didn't break. So basically when you use a character like this, it gets really hard to even know where you're supposed to dodge because the hitbox is not obvious. Like right there, you have to like look at his foot. You can't even look at him. It looks pretty dumb. Looks pretty dumb, and sometimes it's almost impossible to do so. Wait. Fuck. Ouch. Oh, I can change characters even with that dialogue. So it seems that really the best idea here is gonna be Dark Boshy. There's also Sonic. Apparently Sonic, differently from other characters, is faster. Well, I mean, he's Sonic after all, but apparently it makes this boss easier. Although for now I wanna focus on the standard, and then I see if Sonic makes it easier or not. But yeah, for now I'm gonna use Dark Boshy with Ghastly. Ghastly also helps. But yeah, when there are hard bosses like this, it's basically try after try. Character seems a bit like Killer Instinct. It is Killer Instinct indeed. This is Killer Instinct theme. In fact, you know, this game is a fan game of another popular game called I Wanna Be the Guy, which is basically known for taking sprites from a lot of games and taking music for a lot of games and making a pretty hard, sometimes even bullshit game, right? This is basically a fan game of that, and there are hundreds, even thousands of I Wanna Be the Guy fan games. This is one of the most popular, I Wanna Be the Boshy. Yeah, basically you take Like they take music and assets from a lot of games. And yes, this is indeed the Killer Instinct character select team. But yeah. And you have a lot of characters. You can see you even have Kappa as a character. You have Kappa, you have Mario. You have Kid Icarus, well, the guy from Kid Icarus, right? Pete. Even, you know, Ash Ketchum. This is Red though. This is not Ash, but apparently it's Ash here. You have Simon from Castlevania. You have all sort of characters. You even have a literal Spike as a character. Yeah. Oh, and also the mage from Final Fantasy. The Black Mage. Yeah. Oh, and the Nyan Cat. Nyan Cat. That cannot really be out, right? So yeah, you have everything in this game. Kinda like pretty crazy game, to say the least. And by looking at a boss fight like this, you can quickly understand why. Like this boss fight is apparently no joke, and you can already see that that's a pretty accurate description. Really wonder how much HP this asshole has. Because at some point you can barely... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have another one of the cheetah men. Damn. What the fuck is he throwing? Fuck. That was pretty hard. Oh, okay, and okay, he does that. And what's after that? Oh, one of the monkeys, damn. This is just like Cheetah Man. That's the problem. It's exactly like Cheetah Man. What the fuck is that? What? Am I supposed to dodge that? Holy fuck, okay. Okay. I get it. Black Mage is almost broken in every game he's featured. What can he do in this game? Nah, in this game I think he's pretty standard. Like the only thing he can do is shoot just like any other character. Yeah, I don't think he has... No, he doesn't have anything different. He just have the normal shot. Usually most of the characters here are just skins, right? They are just skins of, you know, Boshy, which is the main character. But some of them, and those are exceptions, have additional attributes, and one of them is Ryu. You know, all these characters that have advantages. Normally the characters don't have advantages, but yeah. Some of them have. This is not one of them though. Okay. So he's throwing Beyblades at me. I can't believe it. Can't believe they actually made a faithful representation of Cheetah Man. You know, for those who don't know, Cheetah Man is a video game that was so trash when it came out that nobody remembers it, except for those who watched the ABCN video about it, which basically mocked how trash it was. And let me tell you, it was pretty trash. It was barely functional. I think it even crashed at some point, like the original Cheetah Man. And the only way for you to continue was like putting a code to skip the level or some shit like that. I don't even know. All I know is that the game was trash. And this is a pretty faithful representation, I think. Wow, nice RNG, nice RNG there. Really lovely RNG. Damn it, and sometimes it seems like I jump too early and I get hit by the tornado that I thought that I dodged. Holy fuck, this is gonna take some time. Wow. Yeah, basically a lot of this is gonna be getting lucky with the RNG. Although thankfully it seems that the net's pattern isn't really that hard because it's aimed, so you don't have to rely on RNG. When I say the net's pattern, I mean the net's cheetah man. Cheetah man, I guess you should say. Damn, Ghastly can even shoot, since he misses every single time. What a dumbass. Nice. I really wonder what the best strat for this attack is gonna be. Because it's obviously aimed. No, I get the RNG part. Basically, you need luck. Yeah, RNG stands for random number generator. Basically, the way randomness works in video games and basically in every program in existence is that you basically tell your processor to give you a number based on the current time. Normally, they use a clock for that, and basically they put that number through a pretty big set of algorithms that try to mutate that number on the best of their extent to make it random, right? This is the reason why a lot of older games where the RNG wasn't so strong, like the random part wasn't so strong, can basically be manipulated by pressing buttons and at a specific time. You know, there has been some games run in HDQ, right? You know, this event for speedrunners, where there was a game, a JRPG game, where basically the speedrunner was carefully timing every single input he did so he could manipulate the RNG, because basically it was based on like game ticks, right? On like the timer of the game. Obviously, as technology progresses, RNG is way more powerful, and now random things are almost impossible to manipulate, so you actually have, you know, actual randomness. And this is definitely actual randomness. Hey Balabis, who is it going? You know, I'm right here with a different boss than the one I've been trying these past streams, but it's just as hard, or even maybe a little bit harder. None other than the Cheetah Man. Indeed, the Cheetah Man. That beautiful game everyone likes. And yeah, it is, speaking of RNG, this fight is really, it seems to be pretty RNG based. So you have to get lucky. You have to get lucky that a random dog is not gonna run into you, or is not gonna run into the platform you're standing. Yeah, that's RNG. That's basically luck based patterns. Which is normally, obviously, something that, when it comes to competitive games, is normally completely out of the equation, right? But when it comes to, you know, games like this, RNG can run rampant. He throws wins like Rashid, yeah. He's Rashido's lost, distant relative, it seems. Also RNG, how they destroy the platform you stand on, yeah. Basically, because, yeah, the place where they land, the place where they appear is random, so it's also random what platform they destroy, and according to which platform they destroy in particular, it can get really, really hard to do the nets pattern, where you still have the same amount of, you know, platforms. Like, the platform don't get magically fit, so you have to dodge them with what the dogs, you know, left you with, basically. Wow. And see, for example, that's really bad RNG, basically because I stay on the left side of the platform, and the idea here is that if you wanna defeat this douchebag that runs, you wanna be on the right side. However, with that huge gap between those two platforms, it's impossible to get to the right side. So yeah, you have to get lucky there too. You gotta get lucky. If you don't get lucky, you get killed. That's pretty much how it works. And the most scary thing about all this is that there isn't any health bar yet. So basically, it seems that the boss not only is really, really long, but it also is... Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty long. That's the problem. I was about to say that not only is pretty hard, but it's also pretty long. But for some reason, my brain didn't want to say it. That's fine. Sometimes my brain... As I told you, this game makes you lose a lot of brain cells. It's kind of like tobacco, right? It kind of makes you lose brain cells. Actually, kind of like alcohol more than tobacco. Tobacco kills your lungs, but it's kind of like alcohol, yeah. Basically, it's pretty fun, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have a couple less brain cells. Yeah, that's how this game is. That's how this game feels. I also wonder what's the best way to dodge those Beyblades. Maybe you can kill the dogs? I don't think so. I think the dogs are just obstacles. They don't have any hard bots. Maybe you can. Actually, I'm gonna try, but I don't think you can. What I do know is that I cannot kill the cheetah man yet. No, the dogs don't give a shit. They aren't even obstacles. They are just like sprites running with a hitbox, and that's it. They don't even have a hurtbox. That's pretty cool. So basically you have to take the L and deal with it. Nice. That's the kind of boss I was expecting. Yeah, you can kinda understand now what the point of the game is. The point of the game is dying a lot, and you know, eventually you might be able to beat it, but that eventually will come God knows when. Damn, why did I forgot to jump there. At the very least, this first attack is, you know, aimed, right? You actually manipulate the tornadoes. But yeah, the dogs are RNG apparently. So, no point on that, you have to get lucky. I like the sound effect though for Dark Boshy. It's pretty nice. Play a lot and get expert at dodging and boss knowledge. Pretty much. That's the name of the game, kinda. Yeah, and sometimes, like, you retry bosses so much that you even forget that this is supposed to be a platforming game. Because, here's the thing, this game has a lot of platforming. And the platform is actually really well done. But the bosses are so hard sometimes that you even forget that it's a platforming game. You just forget. And sometimes you think that it's like a boss rush kind of game or whatever, right? You forget that it's an actual platformer. And honestly, I gotta say, as a platformer, it's an insanely good game. Now, some bosses though, I feel like they try to break the limits of what a human brain can handle. You know, Touhou has trained me for this, right? Touhou is a game that has trained me for this kind of situations where you have to retry the same shit over and over again. I'm kinda used to that, so just a matter of time, really. Touhou. Yeah, Touhou is... I mean, if I hadn't played Touhou before this, I don't know if I will be able to even beat the final boss, which is something that I did. But yeah, Touhou really teaches you to be patient and to understand that really hard games require really hard concentration and mental fortitude. That's the most important thing. That got pretty close at the end. Okay, so what the hell am I supposed to do here? Like, I understand the pattern. Like, you're supposed to dodge this aim Beyblades, but I wonder what's the best part to do it. At least they are aimed, right? It would be shit if there aren't shit, but they are actually aimed. So you have no excuse there, you have to get good at it. You know something? Sometimes I confuse the dogs with my ghastly. Also, it seems that ghastly cannot damage this guy, or what? Nice. So, if I stay here, maybe I can only jump once like this. Problem is, at some point these things start coming from the left, and if I do that, it's gonna be a problem. He's aiming one right on your position and one block behind you. No, he's aiming at you. The problem is that the trajectory of that spinning thing basically is something like this, right? Like, it goes like this, and then when it's high, it comes back. So the problem about this, if he throws them all from the same position, that will be insanely easy to dodge. The problem is that he throws it from here, and then he throws it from here. So basically the direction is gonna flip, right? The ones that come here, come back from here, but also the ones that he shots from here, do this trajectory. So you have to dodge from both sides. Suppose the game wants you to dodge the crazy banana part. There's probably a gimmick here. I'm pretty sure this part you're supposed to kill the monkey before he even gets like this. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think you're supposed to dodge that, because that's literally impossible to dodge. Unless you have like a blind spot in some part of the screen. Yeah. Normally, you know, the game might be hard, but usually it's possible, right? So yeah, for that pattern, there's obviously a trick that you're supposed to use. You're not supposed to dodge that. Nice. Also, I really wonder who did this remix of the Cheetahman theme. Because holy shit, it sounds really good. Maybe I could start dodging from here instead of dodging from the left side. Okay, maybe not. Hey Riemann, how is it going? Yeah, it's Boshy time indeed. It's dark Boshy time. The dark brother, the one that it's evil, the evil brother. I mean, he's so evil he has a question mark instead of an exclamation mark. Well, I gotta say that Bershil Boshy, yeah, pretty much. It's kinda like Bershil Boshy. Basically, they are both like kinda like two sides of the same coin, but one is the cool dude that everyone likes, and the other one is the edgy asshole that also everyone likes. So I guess they are both liked. That's a good thing. And that's crazy, right? Because basically, personality-wise, Dante and Bershil are the exact opposite, and yet they are both liked just as much. Obviously, I will say that Dante is way more iconic than Bershil, but still, they are both pretty favorite characters overall. That really tells a lot about how good they are as characters. Like the fact that they have the opposite personalities and people like them the same. Motivated Boshy, yeah. Boshy is no motivated, but he needs more power. Have to activate that X factor. Damn. That reminded me that I missed Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournaments. Now that was something pretty fun to watch. That was something that was pretty fun to watch. Although I know that a lot of people at the end with the infinite Doom combos and all of that, people got kinda bored of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournaments, but I really like them. It was always fun to watch the upsets. When someone like won with a low tier or middle tier team, like Kane Blue River using the big body team. Or like Marlin Pie using Sea Viper. Or that one dude that used Phoenix Wright, like holy shit. That was some pretty good ass Marvel. Also, Amagate tried to play Toho 9, nice. Yeah, Toho 9 is a pretty good game. Toho 9 is definitely a game that is definitely worth to play. So you can always... Like, the good thing about Toho 9 is that there's also like that thing that you... Even if obviously you can one coin clear, it kinda has a way more relaxed vibe, because the game really just gets harder on round 6. Before round 6 you can basically chill with the game and it's gonna be amazing. And even when it gets hard, normally, you know, it's still fun to play. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing that one coin clear with Cyrano not too long ago. Okay, maybe what I can do here is slowly moving to the right. Although it's still... Some stuff looks bullshit. Yeah, that's true. I mean... Especially some Shiki-Eki patterns look pretty bullshit, you're right. You're absolutely right about that, but... You know... Yeah, that game is pretty RNG based too. Like, Toho 9 is basically an RNG fest, but I think that that's what makes it so good. Just waiting until a bot dies his best strat. You mean not shooting at all? No, I don't think that's a good strat. I mean, yes, you are supposed to wait until the bot dies, but you are not supposed to not shoot. Because a lot of the difficulty also comes from, you know, the bullets, obviously. Well, yeah, that was a pretty dumb thing to say, but, you know, bullets in that game are negated with with fairies exploding, so you need to shoot. If you don't shoot, you're basically gonna make things harder for you. I shouldn't have jumped in it. I mean, use that stuff to defend yourself, not for attack. That I refuse to die as well. Well, but it's impossible to use something for attack or not using it for attack, right? Like the problem right there is that you really can't choose when you will attack or not, because a lot of that game is really, you know, based around scoring boss activations, right? Basically, when you reach, I think, 50,000 consecutive points, the boss automatically activates. So you really can't avoid attacking. Like, it's gonna happen automatically even if you don't want to. So yeah, you need to just deal with that. Kinda. He almost killed me. I'm really curious if Ghastly is doing shit here. Like, is it actually hitting? Because the bullet seems to go through, even when I'm actually aligned with the guy. Damn. That got a little bit fast. Yeah, that pattern is gonna be a problem. Really can't think of much ways of dodging it. Because attacking bot, it seems useless. Yeah, but as I say, you really can't choose if you want to attack the bot or not. Which is the reason why, like, the attacks that cost meter, you use them not for attack, but you use it to clear bullets, right? Like the level 2 gauge, the level 3, level 4. You use that not to attack, but you use it to defend yourself. So yeah, basically, in that game, it's impossible to defend yourself without attacking. So you need to, like, do that, even if you don't want to. You basically kind of have to ignore that you're, like, playing against a CPU, because it's basically not even like a CPU. I mean, it is a CPU. What it's not is an AI, right? It's not really an AI. It's just something that automatically dodges bullets until a timer appears, right? So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say here is that the way you should play Touhou 9 is by ignoring the other character completely and just focus on you. Like, just take it as a normal Touhou game, right? Like, when you're playing a Touhou game, you're not really feeling that you're fighting anyone else. You're just feeling like you're dodging bullets, right? Well, for Touhou 9 it has to be the same thing. You just have to concentrate on the bullets and not on the opponent. That's pretty much how it works. Damn it. Dang it. Also, place your bets now. How long do you think that this boss is gonna take me? It's probably gonna take me quite some time, right? But the question is how long, right? It will probably take, I will say, probably about as much as the final boss, really. It seems like it's really gonna take as much as the final boss. I'm mostly sure that that's how it's gonna be. And that will be catastrophic. Because holy shit, the final boss took a long time. in other Touhous I can try to shoot the enemy down faster, especially in 8 and 14. On my shoulder. Well, in that case you're kinda right. But yeah. Yeah, I guess it is kinda like unlike the normal games where you can do it faster by shooting them down. Yeah, here you just have to completely ignore the bosses, because they are just gonna dodge every single thing until they decide that they don't have to dodge it anymore. Okay. So the worst part about this is that I understand the pattern, but what I don't understand is what's the best way to dodge it, because that's definitely not the best way. I can already tell that that's not the best way to dodge it. In our Touhou they have bombs. Well, in this Touhou your bombs are kind of like the gauge attacks. You can even bomb, right? Like, it's not an actual bomb, but if you press X, you waste all your meter to use like an instant boss attack. Although it's not really recommended to do that, because most of the time you're just gonna like waste all your meter for not so much reward, right? Damn it. There's definitely like a pattern, like I should maybe jump once, then stay on the ground and jump, or something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a pain in the ass. Also, is Touhou 9 the only mainline game where you have no bombs? Let me think. Yeah, it is. It is the only Touhou mainline game that doesn't have a proper bomb. Because even Touhou 3, Touhou 1 and Touhou 2 had bombs. Have a good looking idea, Touhou 9 like game but you play against neural net. Well, honestly, having a new Phantasmagoria game will be amazing. But apparently Soon doesn't think so. Which is quite a shame. Honestly, the Phantasmagoria games are fantastic games for the Touhou series. It's quite a shame that he just did 3 and 9 and then kinda forgot about those. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I really will need a strategy there. Because it's definitely something that you can manipulate yourself, but I don't know how. It looks really hard to manipulate. But it's definitely possible. Definitely possible to manipulate. I should play 3 after 9. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, the order doesn't really matter, right? I mean, even if both are Phantasmagoria games, they are pretty different by themselves, right? Especially because of the speed. Touhou 9 is a game where the speed of the bullets is not really like Toho 9. Did I say Toho 9? Yeah, I say Toho 9. Basically, Toho 9 doesn't have fast bullets. Most of the bullets are really slow, and you kind of have a lot of time to react. And basically, the game is based around bullet density more than speed. Toho 3 is more based around speed. I mean, it also has some bullet density in some specific cases, but for the most part, Toho 3 is about the speed and how fast you can react to the attacks. Or the bullets, right? Fucker. Holy fuck, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Another pain in the ass. But we are kinda used to this by now, right? I mean, after Solgreen, I think I'm kinda used to getting fucked like this. Oh, fucker. Oh, also, I need to buy 3 games on Steam because apparently, thanks to this summer sale, I kinda have like an additional discount, not only for the summer sale, but like an additional discount for 3 games that I choose, right? So I really need to buy 3 games before tomorrow, and I don't know which one. Maybe I think I'm gonna actually, you know, do what you told me, and like I'm talking about you, Riemann, and actually buy Foodie. Seems like Foodie is gonna be a good idea. And it seems that it also will be a good idea, Crypt of the Necrodancer, right? Although I think Crypt of the Necrodancer got an exclusive DLC for the Switch, right? Where you have Zelda music. So I don't know if it will be better to buy on the Switch or on Steam. But yeah, I need 3 games. 3 games to buy before tomorrow. Bonus point if they are in discount too. So it seems Foodie will be one of those, but I don't know about the other 2. Exclusive DLC for Switch. Pulls out emulator. Well, I think, right? Like, you know, I know that Crypt of the Necrodancer got a DLC that has Zelda songs, but I'm pretty sure that's only available on the Switch. Cause I can't see Nintendo giving away the rights to use Zelda music to anyone, right? So yeah, if anyone has any other recommendation aside from Foodie to buy before tomorrow, I will deeply appreciate it. Aw, fucker. I honestly don't know which one. Like, I'm pretty tempted to play Tekken, right? Like, Tekken is a game that I've been interested in playing for quite some time, but the problem with Tekken is, well, basically 2 things. The first one is that apparently Tekken 8 is right. Like, I mean, it might not release for a year, but I think they are working on it. So I don't feel like buying Tekken 7 now might be a good idea. But the other problem with Tekken 7 is that the DLC is so insanely overpriced that I don't even feel like it's worth to buy. That's the problem. Also, I think using neural net for AI in games is a good idea in general. Yeah, I don't know much about neural networks really. I mean, I know that they are supposed to be self-learning AIs or some shit like that, but yeah, I really don't know. Not really interested. I mean, because here's the thing. Maybe it's just the fact that I haven't found any good example, but most of the neural networks that I found, like people that train neural networks, is that they use them for things that basically any programmable AI will be able to do. Like for example, there was one guy that basically made a neural network in Osu, again, which is a reading game, so it can learn to play like by themselves, right? By itself. The problem is that that game already has like an auto mode that can literally play the maps automatically because it just goes to where the circles are, right? So you can kind of like see the map without playing it. So I don't understand why you will use a neural network there. Like, what's the point? Like, if you already have, you know, the normal algorithm in game, where basically it just automatically clears the map, what's the point of making a neural network learn it? If you can just use a simple AI for that, right? And when I say a simple AI, I mean something that anyone can program and it will work. Like, why will you use a neural network, right? I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but yeah. I feel like for the applications that I've seen neural networks, they are completely useless because you can just do that with just a bit of code that you can write yourself. I mean, I guess you could say it's impressive that it's technically a learning bot, but like, I feel like it's pointless most of the time. I know that obviously neural networks are supposed to make, you know, pretty good advances in technology and all that shit, right? And they will be able to recreate or try to recreate like the human brain and all that shit, but so far every application of neural networks that I've seen is completely useless. Maybe I haven't seen far enough, right? I have some plans to do some neural net stuff. Maybe I will also try to learn it to play Touhou. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, why will you do a neural network to play Touhou when, you know, Touhou 9 already has a bot that literally tries to dodge every bullet perfectly unless the timer expires, right? Like, why would you make a neural network about something that will be easily programmable otherwise? Like, wouldn't it be smarter to do a neural network about something that you can't really program yourself, so you need something that learns from it, right? Or something that will be such a pain in the ass to program that it will probably be easier to make a neural network do it. Because honestly, making a neural network play Touhou, I mean, you will have better results just making like a script on your own that literally moved the character every time a bullet was near, and that's it. But you know, maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe I'm missing the point of neural networks. But so far, I don't see the point. Obviously, with, you know, smarter applications, I obviously see the point of neural network. But for things like that, like neural networks that learn how to play games, I don't feel like there is any point on that. At least games that are non-competitive. For games that are competitive, I feel like it's a great thing, because when you make a game competitive, like, I don't know, League of Legends or a fighting game, the decisions that you make are something that most of the times you can program into an AI, or at the very least you can program it to an AI to feel human. Like, you either have to do a really like stupid AI that is really easy to figure out, or you just do an impossible AI that is unbeatable. So obviously I feel like neural networks will be able to emulate that way better, right? But when it comes to games like Touhou that are not competitive and they are single player, so like there's only one way to beat the game, I don't feel like it's a good idea. So I think that use it in Touhou 9 is a good idea. But then again, the thing with Touhou 9, well, in that case it can kinda work, because you can make an AI feel human, so it's not as bullshit as the current AI that exists in the game, but at the same time you can exploit it. Yeah, I guess that will be a good idea. In that case I will agree. But yeah, when it comes to making neural networks for single player games, it's completely useless. At least to me, it's like a waste of time and resources. But yeah, multiplayer and competitive games it's a good idea. Wow, I didn't even need to jump there. Nice. Okay, what if I try to dodge from here? Problem is that dodging from there I have way less space to do that. Then my throat is completely dead. Like holy shit. And speaking of neural networks, since you're a Shosho fan, right? Why don't you do a neural network for Shosho Heritage of the Future? You know, that old arcade fighting game that Shosho has. You can actually make a pretty nice experience. Like you can make a bot emulate like a good player, right? I feel like neural networks in fighting games is something that is really useful to do. Because most of the AI in fighting games are trash one way or the other. Like, one of the biggest examples of that is BlazBlue, right? BlazBlue is a fighting game where the AI is so aggressive that the only thing you need to do is spam super and like invincible moves, and you basically defeat the AI that only limits themselves to attack. So yeah, it's pretty easy in cases like that, because the AI is dumb as shit even in the hardest setting. Damn it, I shouldn't have shown there. And this could be pretty good RNG, actually. Because if I can jump to the center of the stage and dodge the frisbees or whatever the shit they are from there, it might be a good idea. But then again, I will probably die regardless. I just want to see how effective it is. The real problem I feel with these flying things is that the ones that go below you, it's pretty hard to even see them see them attack you, right? That's the big deal. So I really need a strat for that attack. Because it's obviously not random, it's something that it's aimed. So I need to be able to pinpoint how to do shit effectively. Nice. Wow, he died on the opposite side. That's pretty nice. Damn it. This part is gonna be a pain in the ass until I figure it out. But yeah, that's the problem. Figuring it out is the real deal here. Fucker. You know, this Cheetah Man remix right here reminds me of the Mortal Kombat disco theme. I don't even know where the fuck that theme is from, but it sounds so good. I mean, yeah, I know it's from Mortal Kombat, but which part? I know it's not from the games. I mean, the games... I think it might be from the movie, actually. Like the live-action movie. That had, you know, Shang Tsung saying, "Your brother's soul is mine and you're next." Okay. Any idea about this attack? I know there has to be a pattern that I can use that is gonna help me, since it's, you know, again, it's aimed, it's not RNG, it's something that you can manipulate, but it's gonna be really hard to figure out. So if someone has any idea, please let me know. It gets really hard. Like without a strategy, it gets really hard. Well, at the very least, the good thing is that it's not that hard to get there. Hey, Mr. Toss, how is it going? Thanks. Yep, Solgreen got defeated finally. And yep, you missed it. But that's fine, don't worry about it. It's in the replay. You can go straight for the replays and you will find this. What is this? This is the cheetah man. This is the secret boss. This is the secret boss that, you know, you can basically beat this before the final boss. But apparently this boss is even harder than the final boss. So yeah. I mean, if I wanna 100% the game, I need to beat him. This is the only thing left in the game. Like literally the only thing. After this, like if I'm able to beat this boss, I'm literally done with Boshy. I did everything I could. But this boss, it's really hard. But hey, at least the music is really good. But yeah, they kick your ass like no other. Oh, also, someone also asked for your drawing again. Apparently they really liked it. One of the viewers earlier today. Seems that people really like those drawings of yours. Again, you should start a commissioning, an art commissioning, drawing this stuff. And at the beginning you can make it cheap so a lot of people want to get it. And then when you get famous enough, you can start charging for more, right? Okay, so now there is this shithead and his fucking Beyblades. Damn it. I don't know who to dodge that. I really don't know who to dodge that. Dang it. I need to make some drawing again. Yeah. Like make some samples of like real people. Like you can even use this drawing here as a sample. And you see like you can say something like, see, this is you and this is your drawing. You have an idea but you don't know how to explain it. Hey Emmy, is it going? I mean, you can explain it in Spanish, I don't mind. Unless you don't even know how to explain it in Spanish, so that will be a problem. Seems that jumping every time seems to work, but sometimes when you jump you also get killed. Should start at the left side. Okay. Yeah, well, I usually do that, but yeah. Wow, nice RNG. Okay, that was horrible RNG. Holy shit. It throws 3 or 4. When they go, they cross, and then they come back and they break. So when you dodge them, you go all to the right, and the same thing. So basically you're suggesting me to go left to right, left to right. Okay. I guess it could work. The problem is that it also depends on how the platforms are, because basically the attack right before that, which is the one with the dogs, they basically, you know, make a huge chunk of the platform disappear. So moving sometimes gets pretty hard because you need to jump, like this attack here. If you had bad luck, because this is RNG, right? So right there, for example, that was good luck. Well, I died obviously, but like right there, you see a huge chunk of the platform still, you know, usable. So in that case, it will probably work. But the problem is that sometimes they break the platform so bad that it gets really hard to dodge. So I guess it's just a matter of luck. I guess I can try that left to right strategy. Damn, piece of shit. Think that you still make it in time because they kind of explode. Yeah, they do explode. Like when the time for those spinning tops run out, they just explode, just like that. They disappear in the air. Although, you know what I really don't like about this boss? Look at this right here. See this number, this 200 right here? This means that the boss has a health bar. But the problem is that it hasn't appeared yet. So basically you have to survive all this shit that they throw at you, and then afterwards, then you can start damaging the boss. That's what's so fucked about this. I know that we have to go step by step, right? I shouldn't worry about the health bar yet. I should start like worrying about that later when I actually reach farther, but it's so intimidating to think that even after all of those attacks there's gonna be even more, and you also have to shoot to take them down. That's the most fucked up part. But you know, at the very least, that attack with the spinning tops is actually aimed, so it's just a matter of finding the right strategy. I don't have to worry about randomness there. But still, it's still gonna be a pain in the ass. I forgot to jump, damn it. At least the good thing is that if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 cheetah men, right? So apparently there is this one, there is the other one that throws the spinning tops, and after that there is apparently a third one, and that's it. And after that maybe they will, like, the actual boss with the health bar will appear. So if that's the case, I guess the boss isn't that long. So I hope it is the case. If it's not the case and it's longer, then damn. The worst part is that when you get killed in these easy places that are not even hard to dodge, but you should screw up, that's the worst. Damn it. And yes, always those dogs or like anything in the game, the hitbox is the size of the sprite. So even if you just hit the dog in the tail, you're gonna die regardless. Damn it. Oh, also, is Tusk still alive, or did he die from being drunk? How did that went, by the way? Are you still feeling the pain, or are you back to your full self? Damn, what an asshole, he actually jumped. You're good today? Nice. On Saturday you were a bit sick? Alright. Well, as long as you're gonna be fine for Wednesday, shouldn't be a problem. These fucking dogs, I swear to God. These dogs really want to see some blood. At least it seems that it's like one of the few RNG things on the first parts of the fight, right? So it could be worse. So I go to the left, I try to jump this, and then go to the right so they explode, and then go to the left. Damn, that one exploded right after he killed me. Damn it. Who the fuck Cheetah Man is? It's from a game. It's from a game that is really old, and I think it was only available in the CDI or one of those shitty consoles that nobody gave a shit about. And the game was trash, so nobody remembers it. But, you know, it was so bad that it got an episode on the Angry Video Game Nerd. So a lot of people know it because of that. But yeah, the game itself was complete garbage. So garbage that I think it was literally unplayable. Like, it was literally to the point where if you wanted to beat one of the levels, you had to enter a cheat code, because it was literally not programmed, or it was like badly programmed to get to the next level. So yeah, it's basically just a shitty game that nobody remembers, but it's fun. Like, it's funny to reference it because of how shitty it is. It works. Yeah, it seems that I was kinda close to do it with that strat, but you still have to do a lot of dodging in between. Like, you really need to be doing a lot of dodging. Fuck. Also, I like the jumping sound effect for the Cheetah Man. Sounds pretty nice. It kinda sounds like a spring. Well, that's pretty much what it's supposed to be, right? To go to the other side, you will have to wait for the guy to go through the left. The problem is, if I wait a lot on the left side, I'm probably gonna die. Like, I understand what you're saying, but if I wait for too long, I'm gonna get cornered by all of the projectiles. That's the problem. So if I want to move, I want to move like the fastest I can. Wow, nice. Holy shit, look at that shit. Look at that RNG. That RNG was trash. Nice RNG, you bitch. Yeah, but at least it seems that it's one of the only parts, or at least in the beginning of the fight that it actually has RNG. The rest seems to be either static or aimed. So that's at least good, I guess you could say. Nice. Okay. I go to the left. I try to jump over this. Ah, fuck. Okay. It kinda works. It kinda works. Like, it's easier and at least I survive longer than I usually do. But it's still pretty hard. Because there's a lot of things that just are active at the same time, so you have to pay attention to all of them, and that gets a little bit hard to do. Okay. Damn, nice trajectory. Nice trajectory right there. Pretty nice trajectory. I don't like this RNG. There's a lot of space in between platforms here. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay, so here comes the monkey, and what am I supposed to do here? Hey, look at this dumbass. Can I even damage him at all? The problem is that he becomes giant, and that happens. And I don't quite understand what I'm supposed to do there, though. Like, I don't understand this monkey right here. Like, I'm obviously supposed to avoid him to enter this phase where he just go crazy, but... See the pattern? What? Also, it seems that the... that Emmy strategy actually worked. Good shit, Emmy. That's pretty nice. He's actually a pretty good analyzer, or at least better than me. A pretty good battle analyzer. Yeah, apparently with that monkey afterwards, I'm supposed to... Crazy monkey lost. So apparently you're supposed to take out the monkey before he transforms. The problem with that is that he moves a lot. So it's pretty hard to hit him in the first place. Oh, and this will be a pain in the ass too, because of the huge gap between platforms. Damn, that killed me. No, I think I sorry. I think I hit him a couple times. So the problem is that I hit him like 3 times. Apparently. But what's even worse is that you have to shoot him while he's jumping around throwing bananas like an asshole. So kinda like you have to speed kill him. But it's gonna be pretty hard to do so when you have to dodge him at the same time. Damn it. What? What is Tusk saying? Are you stoned, Tusk? Has Aldo been selling you some high quality stuff? The monkey always goes from left to right. Okay. Yeah, the real problem is not only the trajectory he goes into, but like the fact that he won't hit you, and it seems that hitting you, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to get hit. Wow, nice RNG right there. Holy fuck. Oh, these dogs are a piece of shit, let me tell you that. These dogs are the worst. Yeah, you know, I remember Thundit, which is one of the one of my viewers. He said that one of the worst part of this fight are the dogs, and I'm like, who can they be the hardest part of the fight if they are not that hard to dodge? Well, it turns out they not only are hard to dodge, but they are random, and they also leave holes into the platform that can greatly make the following patterns harder. So yeah, this is just insane. Yeah. Now I understand what he means by the dogs are the worst part. Okay. Okay, I get it. At least I get it. I get it. It's RNG, and you just have to get fucked unless you get lucky. I understand. It's good that I understand, but holy fuck. Also, something that Thundit said is that for this fight, it seems that it's easier to to use Sonic, which is apparently faster than the rest. And not only that, but he can also jump higher sometimes. So apparently Sonic makes this fight a lot easier. I don't know how accurate that is, but apparently that's the case. I mean, I could try it, I guess. Why not?
Sonic's the name.
Shut up, Sonic. And you throw rings. The problem is that just with any character that has a high hitbox, like a big sprite, is that it's really hard to even look where the fuck the hitbox is. Like here especially, attacks like this are gonna be hard, and not only that, but since he's faster, it's kinda harder to properly calculate. Wait, what? Damn, the warp is right there, and you wouldn't be able to see this if you weren't Sonic. Oh shit. I fell off the game. Whoa, look at this. Oh. Oh, the dialogue was still active. That's why I got transported here. Holy shit, so with Sonic you can literally break the game. Wow. Okay, that's pretty interesting. You can literally break the game with Sonic. That's some pretty interesting shit, I gotta say. I wonder how many skips there are like that. There's probably quite a bunch. Some of these trajectories though are hard to dodge no matter what you do, because they aren't really that predictable. They aren't straight projectiles, they go in like a pretty nasty curvature. Wow. Good dog. Although, so far, from the patterns that I've seen so far in this fight, it doesn't seem like Sonic will help me at all. Maybe Sonic will be useful later on, because right here, you really can see how he can be that useful. Damn it. Damn it. Tornadoes. I really don't know how I can still get killed by this tornado attack. Seems pretty weird, to say the least. Pretty weird. Also, it seems like this guy is throwing arrows the opposite way for some strange reason. Damn. See, like the arrows are backwards right there. Yeah, that's some Seisha stuff. Damn, nice gap. Yeah, I don't think it will be able to dodge that spinning top attack with a gap this big. Nice. Wow. Holy fuck. You have another important observation? Okay. I'm willing to listen, yes. You can tell me. Yeah, I don't think that's good either. If after the dogs the first platform always is intact, why don't you stay there? Because of the shithead that runs. That guy that runs at a pretty high speed, dodging that on the first platform is not gonna be optimal. I mean, I will show you, but yeah, I don't think it's optimal at all to dodge that. See, if I could barely be able to react to this dumbass. And not only that, but the thing is that it's easier to have like 2 platforms to dodge this. Like, see, can you see the problem? It's a pretty bad idea to dodge before the dogs come out. Before the dogs come out. Oh, okay, yeah, I understand what you say. But I think that it won't work either because the hitbox of the dogs is way bigger. Actually, no, it will work. You're right, it will probably work. But the problem is that I don't know if I can dodge that attack with the arrows, like, from the right. I'm pretty sure I cannot. And I don't think I can run. Like, if I run, I'm gonna get killed in the way. So like dodging from here. No, you can dodge it from there. And if you try to dodge like from the left, it's impossible to go. Yeah, that's the thing. If you try to dodge it from the left, which is normally what you do, going to the right, even if you run at full speed, is gonna be really hard. Gonna be pretty hard to do so. I can try, obviously, but I feel like I won't make it in time. And I forgot about that, damn it. Yeah, like even if I go full speed, I don't think I can make it. Because I will be obligated to dodge dogs on the way. And since I'm running at them, it will be really hard to get there. I don't think I can do it. It seems like it gets really hard to get there fast enough. So for example there, if you're lucky you can get there. And you get killed either way. Okay, it seems that it doesn't work. More to the edge. I'm doing an additional jump. Don't do the jump. If I just run, I get killed. Like seriously, if I just run without jumping, I just get. No, like you need to. Oh, wait, the stream got completely fucked. Wait a second. Is this Twitch or is this OBS being trashed? No, this is Twitch being trash. Okay, that's good to know. It's slowly coming back. And we are back. There we go. Holy fuck. Okay, we're back. If you see any buffering here, try to refresh. That was basically on Twitch side. Like I try running a ping on the CMD. This is on Twitch side. These are Twitch servers being trash. Damn it. So, it says you're doing. No, I already read that. That jump on the left that you do. No, I do that jump in order to dodge one of the arrows. Like one of the arrows. Because otherwise it's really hard to dodge them. Like let's see. Like that. Well, I can do that. Jump to the right. I don't understand what you're trying to say, honestly. But all I know is that I can dodge from the right, and if I dodge from the left, it's impossible to go to the right. Like if I try to dodge from here, like that thing that he does at the end makes it impossible to dodge from the right. And no matter what I do, if I dodge from the left, it's impossible to go to the right just by running. So no, that strategy doesn't work. I mean, I wish it worked, but... No, dude, I already told you it doesn't work. Like what do you want me to do? From the left it won't work, from the right it won't work. It just doesn't work. Like some things, I understand, I wish it worked. I really... That I just did, yeah, I died. That's what just happened. You can dodge that from the right. Like, if you try to dodge it from here, it's just impossible. even if it is possible, it's gonna be so hard that it's not even worth it. Like, it's gonna be hard to the point where it will be easier to dodge the dogs from the left. So no, honestly, it doesn't work. Like, look at this. It's just really hard. Like, it's probably possible, but it's just too hard. And by that point, as I say, it will be even easier to dodge the dogs from the left than to try to dodge that from the right. Like, doing this and trying to get lucky with the dogs here feels like it's easier than try to dodge that from the right. Even if it is a static pattern, so it technically is always the same with the arrows. So you will be able to do it if you were good enough. But that's the problem here. If you were good enough. That doesn't apply to me. So I guess I should have to dodge the dogs from the left side. Although this pattern is still gonna be was more probably through the left without jumping and running, but no, I can make it in time if I do that. That's the problem. Even with a jump, I don't think I can make it in time. You gotta go? Alright. Thanks for hanging out, Mr. Emmy. And thanks for the tips. Have a good day. Let's make use of this holiday, after all. Yeah, no, I don't think that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna dodge the dogs from the left. After all, right now my biggest problem is not really the dogs, but the spinning top attack afterwards. That's my big nemesis right now. Nice. Okay, that was good RNG. Nice. The real problem on that attack, even if it works going from left to right and from right to left, the real problem starts when you try to go back from left to right. That's when it starts getting funky. At least there is no poison swamps. Oh, are you fighting against medicine? Got any further since last time? I got to a monkey. That's the furthest I got, so I guess it is further than last time, but it's still pretty hard. Although this RNG with the dogs makes that spinning top attack pretty hard. Damn, that still hit me, it didn't disappear. It's DS. Oh. Poison swamps in Dark Souls are definitely a pain in the ass. The worst part about poison swamps in Dark Souls is that basically they slow you down, but they also poison you. So they do both shitty things at the same time. It's really hell. Damn it, and these fucking dogs. Nice. By the way, if you're still there, AC Boshy, I need to basically, you know, since this Steam Summer Sale has some bonuses at the end, apparently according to how many, you know, games you bought, you have like additional discount aside from, you know, like the normal discount. You have an additional discount in 3 specific games that you choose to buy, right? And that offer, you know, ends tomorrow. So basically, I have to buy those games before tomorrow. So my question is, which 3 games will you recommend to buy on Steam right now? Like, what will be your recommendation? I already got Rayman's recommendation, and I think I'm gonna buy it, because it's a game that I've been interested for a long time, so it seems that that's gonna be one of them. But I still need 2 of them. That's gonna be the issue to find. Again, I think I thought about some fighting games, but the fighting games and their shitty DLCs are just, they just go overboard. They are just an exaggeration how expensive they are. It's just insane. I've seen that, you know, games like Left 4 Dead are really cheap, but I don't know if I want to buy them. Oh, the stream got fucked again. Holy fuck, nice connection, Twitch. I really have to commend you the high quality connections that I'm having today. Again, this is nothing to do with the ISP. This is not an ISP problem, which I thought I was at the beginning. This is just Twitch being trash. Yeah, and it really is like, I tried pinging other hosts and they answer. It's just Twitch the one that is being complete garbage. Like, I don't know what the hell they are thinking, but holy shit, the South American servers are trash. And this is not the fault of South America, this is the fault of Twitch for not having South American support as they should. Like, holy shit, dude. I mean, what did you expect when all of South America have to go through Brazil to even stream on Twitch? Like, did you really thought that that was gonna be a good idea? Fucking piece of shit. But yeah, since there aren't really as much, you know, South American streamers as there are, you know, other streamers, They will definitely never improve the servers here, sadly. So you kinda have to deal with this kind of shit, which is pretty sad. But what can you do, really? You know, at the very least, the good thing about this is that I don't have to complain to my ISP, which usually takes a lot of breath and brain cells out of me, like complaining to my ISP. Because you call them, and obviously the one who answers you on the ISP is a random dude that doesn't know shit about most of the things that someone that, you know, from technical support should know. So yeah, it's like you're trying to argue with a wall. So at least I'm glad about that I don't have to worry about, you know, complaining to my ISP, and I can just complain to well, I guess I can complain to anyone because Twitch won't do shit. But hey, well, it's really something that I can do shit about. Well, I'm really curious if it really affects other South American streamers or not. I'm honestly not sure. Man, this is gonna be a huge... Well, guess it didn't even let me try how big of an issue that sham would have been. Okay. Let me... So it seems that yet again an RNG attack in the middle, in this case the dogs, heavily dictates how the rest of the fight is gonna fare. So like, I don't know what's gonna come after like the farthest that I got, but you know, I feel like the dogs here are kinda like the equivalent of phase 2 in the Soul Green fight, but then again, I don't know if anything harder comes after this. So I wouldn't be able to know. Damn, my throat is dead. Can't even speak. It really is dead. Wow. Wow, nice RNG, dude. Like pretty nice RNG. And the problem here is that not only the RNG is bad just for being RNG, but the problem here is that it's even like, I feel like it's overboard. Because when you do something RNG, at the very least you kinda like balance it out by making the RNG not really get in the way. But here it's such a decisive factor that it's not even funny. Soul Green is gone? Yeah, pretty much it is gone. Is it going? Tristan? The problem is that Soul Green might be gone, but an even bigger douchebag is right here, and that is none other than the Cheetah Man. This boss is probably gonna make me turn my hair white or something, cause holy shit. This is just the beginning and I already can feel how much it's fucking me up. Wow, and I fuck up like that. Ah, damn it. This boss will probably take a really long time. Probably, like I said before, probably will take the same amount of time as Soul Green. Can you believe that? And Soul Green already took a pretty long time. Wow. Yeah. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem. And I still don't have any clear strategy on that spinning top attack. That's the problem. I really need a strategy there. And even if I kinda like that strategy from going left to right, it's useful. I need a strategy that I can use, like I can always use, and it will always work, because again, let's not forget this is an aim pattern. So you can definitely manipulate this, and if you can manipulate it, it means that you can root it, and if you can root it, you can dodge it every time. But I don't know how. That's my problem. Wow. And then you have this piece of shit dogs that are pure RNG. Cheeto Man, yeah. You know, it's pretty funny because I don't remember which game exactly. I mean, it was a pretty shitty game. But there was one game where basically you had someone asking you a question that was like, what's the animal that you can never trust? And the answer was the cheetah. Yeah, I know, pretty funny joke, right? What's even more fun is that that question was part of the game, so if you didn't answer it correctly, you wouldn't progress. Like an actual joke was like a serious answer for a game. I don't even remember which shitty game it is, but I remember that, you know, the angry video game nerd played it. But yeah. I think it was Who Framed Roger Rabbit or some shit like that. You know, one of those shitty movie games that are trash no matter what. Yeah. Damn, nice gap. It's too hard. The RNG makes it hard to consistently do something. And that's the worst part, because even if it is a named pattern, and technically there should be a strategy that always works, the fact that these shitty dogs destroy the platform beforehand makes it so maybe sometimes the strategy that you're thinking might not exactly work. So holy shit. It's pretty fucked up. Come on, dude. So now this will take a pretty big time to figure out. Even bigger than I thought. And who would have thought that the Cheetahman will be a boss in the World of Warcraft world for some reason? Like, holy shit. Is it time to kick some ass? Well, I think the only ass that's gonna be kicked right now is mine. Sadly. So, yeah. Also, speaking of kicking ass, Twitch is kicking my ass right now. Holy fuck, dude. This is just deplorable. This connection quality is just... You know, just in case, right? Because maybe I'm wrong, but just in case I'm gonna ping Google. Like I did on a previous stream, just to see if it's actually Twitch or not. But I'm pretty sure that this, the one that's making these frame drops is definitely Twitch. Twitch is definitely the asshole. Well, Twitch servers, to be completely fair. But then again, it's Twitch responsibility, so yeah, fuck them. Yeah, next frame, please. Yeah, basically they turned the stream into a damn slideshow. And then this is one of the times where I really need Thundit's help. Because it's taking me a pretty long time to figure out these patterns. And also my voice is going to the trash apparently. For some reason. I should test how Neo will work on my PC with minimum graphics preset. It should work fine. Remember that Neo is a game that looks really good regardless of on which setting you play, because like I played on the PS4, like on the vanilla PS4, right? Like the one that is trash in terms of graphic quality. So I can tell you that the game looked pretty good. So even if you play it in minimum settings, I'm pretty sure that the game will look good regardless. Wow, nice dog. Good doggy. It works with drops to 30 FPS on medium, maybe. You've also used hardware OBS encoder, I don't remember. Well, what I remember is the frame drops on the stream. Also, yes, I can confirm to you after pinging Google that this is a Twitch issue. This is a Twitch issue that has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with the ISP. This is a problem that is exclusive to Twitch. So I will basically give you my permission to do FU Twitch. Oh well, FU servers work too, I guess. Ability to do FU. Is that your stand? That's a pretty good stand, I gotta say. That stand is so good that I'm pretty sure King Crimson doesn't hold shit against someone that can do exclamation point FU. Stando power, yeah, pretty much. Also, apparently, like, Muda, basically, the next shoujo episode will air in 3 weeks, right? Am I right? Because it seems that it's gonna be a 1 hour special. So it seems that they are waiting 3 weeks to release it, which is apparently gonna be the last fight of the season. Although I don't know what else they will need to show, but I hope that it's worth it. Damn, I fucking fell through the fucking platform. There is also Accelerator anime. What? Oh, 12th of July. But what is that? Accelerator? Oh, a Tuaro spin-off. Yeah, honestly, I remember, like, one of my friends tried to make me watch Toaru, and when I saw how fucked up, like, everything was, I was like, nah. I'd rather, like, if I'm gonna watch a nonsensical anime, I would rather keep watching shoujo. That at the very least has some pretty good stands, even if a lot of them don't really make sense. At the very least, the stands are cool looking. Yeah, this shump is gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Most of stuff will be explained later. Well, I don't know how well it will be explained later, but what I do know is that I'm usually not really smart when it comes to understanding stories. So when stories are really convoluted, I just don't care if the explanation makes sense. If the storytelling doesn't make me understand it on the first try, I just couldn't care less about the story. Thankfully, shoujo is way more than story, so I can enjoy, you know, other aspects, like I said, the stand design, how ridiculous and exaggerated everything is. That's something amazing that shoujo has. The dark humor that it has too. So yeah, at the very least that's still there. But yeah, the problem is essentially that when something doesn't really make much sense to me, even if it eventually makes sense, I just can't care much about it. For fuck's sake, this attack is gonna make me punch something. Story in Toaru is a bit hard to understand, especially when it comes to how it works. Yeah, exactly. When something is hard to understand, I just can't care about it. Which is the reason why I stopped watching animes in the first place. A lot of animes don't even make sense in their story. And honestly, if I wanted like action and all that shit, I'd rather play a video game rather than watch anime if the story is not gonna be good for me. So pretty much, as I said before, right, the only two animes that I'm watching right now are shoujo Shingeki no Kyojin, and I might try to watch Initial D since I already watched the first season. I want to watch the rest of the seasons, right? And I think that's gonna be it for me when it comes to anime. Seems that after a while I just grew tired of it. Damn it, that really hit me, holy shit. Wait. Damn it. Maybe some Hokuto no Ken, which is also another anime that I haven't watched and I kinda would like to watch. But yeah. I don't know, we will see. All I know is that definitely modern animes are definitely not catching my eye. And most of the older animes are also not catching my eye, so yeah. Wow, nice RNG right there. Maybe waiting a little bit until I can go to the other side might be the best strat. Maybe. Wow. Damn it. Castuar, in my opinion, is second anime with most weird abilities. Yeah. Yeah, it's not really a matter of having weird abilities, right? It's just that a lot of animes, I feel like they start with a promising, story, and then the creators just don't know how to use it, and they just start doing stupid shit, and then the ending is completely disappointing. That's usually how I feel about most of the anime that I watch. So, yeah. That's the reason why I can get asked to watch a lot of the animes, because I just, don't really care. Okay, it seems like that isn't a bad strategy, right? Like, dodging from the left, going to the right and waiting for the bullets to come to the right, dodging them and then go to the left. That doesn't look like a bad strategy for that attack. I wonder how much it works. Then again, it also depends on which platforms you have available to dodge. In Toaru it's reverse. Oh, you mean that it starts like shit and it actually ends like a good show? Well, there's also that, but for those shows I usually just abandon them, that's the problem. Like, that's the thing. For shows that start like shit and might get good after, I just drop them before they get good. And for shows that start good and just end bad, well, most of them I just watch them fully, but they just really made me want to stop watching anime altogether if I know that I'm gonna get disappointed at the end. So yeah, sadly that's my situation in regards to anime. But that's fine. I mean, at least I have Boshy. And Boshy is fucking me up really bad, but yeah. Okay, I should have waited a little bit there before going to the right. Some crazy stuff at the end. I guess that's the reason why my favorite animes are like Psycho Pass and Death Note. Even if Death Note in the end it kinda like went a little bit to shit, it was still interesting to see, right? Like even if the ending might have been disappointing and all that shit, at the very least, it was always interesting to see. Like when the end reached, it's not like I was like you know, like completely disappointed about the whole show. Then no sense on the 25th episode. Yeah, that's also something that a lot of people say. It's a good thing, right? Like if you tell someone, hey, that no, it's in the 25th episode, they might think that it's the greatest anime ever, right? Obviously, Death Note kinda goes to shit on the last episode, but the thing about Death Note is that even if it kinda goes to shit, the ending doesn't make me hate the whole season, right? Like the ending doesn't make me hate the whole anime. It's what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, other animes where the ending is shit, I just don't like it. Like when I see the ending, I just don't like anything else, even if it kept me interested. If I feel like the ending is trash, I probably think bad of the anime the whole way. With Death Note, I think it's an exception because even if indeed the ending was kind of disappointing, I feel like a lot of episodes were really good by themselves. Like even when not connected to like the main story. Obviously every episode was connected to the main story, right? But even as a standalone episodes, they were great. Some of them, like especially I have one episode that I really like from the second part of Death Note, which everyone hates. I have one episode that I really like about that part, and it's when Light and L, I think. Wait, no, that's not the second part. You know, when they chase one of the guys that has the Death Note, and I think Watari basically is wielding a sniper and shoots into one of the wheels of the car. I don't remember if that was on the later half or not. I don't remember which half it was, but what I remember is that it was amazing. It was an amazing episode, and I really remember. Like it's one of those episodes that got ingrained in my memory by how much I enjoyed it. I really don't remember which episode it was. And I don't think it was from the second part, because I'm pretty sure one of the characters that you probably know which one I'm talking about was still alive. So I don't think it's from the second part, but it was still amazing. And then Psycho Pass, which is the other anime that I mentioned, is an anime that kept me interested the whole way, and the ending didn't disappoint. At least on the first season. On the second season, you probably can't say the same thing. On the second season, you probably sadly can't say the same thing, but the first season, I feel like it was amazing from beginning to end. I don't feel like I regretted watching any episode there. So yeah. What about JoJo Bizarre Adventure? I feel like JoJo Bizarre Adventure is a show that I watch more as a comedy than anything else. The thing is, season 1 I really liked it. I feel like it was, I mean, pretty standard, but I really liked season 1. Season 2 I really liked it, but the ending, that last episode of season 2 was so bad, at least to me, that I was like, holy shit, what a way to end the season, right? And then season 3, if I had to be completely honest, the only parts that I enjoy from season 3 are like the first and the last chapters. Anything in between felt like filler. I know it wasn't filler, but it just felt like filler. So if I see Shosho as a serious shonen, I'm just not gonna like it. So that's the way I see Shosho as a comedy more than anything. Because honestly, it feels like a parody show more than anything else. But yeah, I know it's not. Like, I understand that it's supposed to be an actual shonen, a semi-serious shonen. But yeah, I just can't take it seriously most of the time. So instead of taking it seriously, I'm just like, okay, this is just a half comedy, half serious shonen. And if you watch it like that, I feel like it's a pretty good series. It's interesting. It's so over the top and ridiculous that it's interesting to see. So that's the reason why I watch it. I mean, it hasn't bored me yet. Like everything I watch from the show, every like attack, every pose, all of that ridiculous shit, I really like to watch that. So yeah, honestly, Shosho is one of those shows that if I watch it as comedy, it's really good. It's really good. If I don't take it seriously, it's pretty good. Honestly, I feel like the only season, or at least the only 2 seasons that you can watch seriously and still enjoy are season 1 and season 2, at least until the end where it starts making no sense at all. The rest of the season with the stands and shit, I feel like you should have to watch it like that. Like half comedy, half serious, because if you try to watch it as full serious, it's just gonna be bad. And I fucking died. And part 7, yeah, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know anything about part 7. But yeah, it seems that also a lot of people like part 8. Like part 8, it seems that it's still going and a lot of people like it. Part 7 is a bit more serious, I see. Well, maybe I will actually really enjoy it if that's the case. Well, by that time when it actually gets animated, it's probably gonna be like 2000 and what? 2024, probably, when part 7 gets animated. I know read 8. I'm waiting until 8 fully comes out. I see. Yeah. And if I wait for the animation of part 8, I'm pretty sure I will have to wait until 2027 or some shit like that. I will actually be like almost 30 years old by then. Like, right? By 2027? Yeah, I think I will literally be 30 years old by that time. Good stuff. I will probably be doing the same shit that I'm doing right now. Playing hard games that make me lose my mind while I have the programmer show on the side. Yeah, honestly, I imagine myself at 30 years old the same way I imagine myself today. It's pretty hard to imagine myself doing anything else. And honestly, I'm not even mad. I feel like that's great. As long as nothing bad happens in between, of course. Because honestly, I mean, I know it might not look like it, right? I understand if it doesn't look like it. But I'm really enjoying this game, and I really enjoy the whole game. And even this fight that is kicking my ass pretty bad, I'm having fun playing this, like no joke. It's pretty hard to imagine myself not doing something weird. Yeah, obviously, you know, the future is impossible to predict, so you never know when something unexpected happens and that changes your whole life, right? That always can happen. I mean, after all, life is like a wheel of fortune, right? You never know what's what you're gonna get. But yeah, sometimes it's pretty hard imagining yourself doing something else. But it can definitely happen. Everything can happen. Everything is possible. Also, this is some pretty bad RNG. Holy shit. Wow. Damn, I jumped literally into the tornado. But yeah, basically, I wonder if by then they will have released a sequel to Ridge Racer. Right, like, I'm thinking about 2027, which is a long time by now, like it's literally 8 years from now. I really wonder if Namco is gonna fucking release Ridge Racer 8. Like, is that really gonna happen? I really like that game. Ridge Racer, to me, definitely one of the best racing, you know, IPs in the world. And they don't give a shit about it. Although it kinda makes sense, because also nobody really gives a shit that much about real arcade racing anymore. How many game fronts will release to 2027? I say 5. They will probably release 5. That's my prediction. How many Toho soon will make? Well, 17 comes this year. So that's already one. Now the real question is how he will handle the rest. Because let's not forget that, I mean, I know that this might be hard to swallow, right? But Soon is getting older, right? He might not be an old cheeser yet. He still has some energy in him. But let's be real, he's getting, you know, he's getting older. So, if I had to say, I feel like at least until 2027, if everything goes right and nothing strange happens, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be 5 games if he still maintains this. Oh, but also there is the spin-offs, so it will probably be 5 on the main series. I will probably speculate 2 fighters and 2 photo games, so that will be 9 games until 2027. I don't know how accurate that prediction might be. I think that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, now you know, 9 games. 5 mainline, 2 photos, and 2 fighting games. What do you think about it? I feel like it's a pretty realistic expectation, given that nothing weird happens in between. That should be a realistic expectation. Because let's not forget that From Software is a company, right? So if anything happens to one employee, or sorry, one employer, or employee, well, I don't know, the one that works there, right? If someone happens to one of them, he's gonna get replaced, right? However, with Soon, nobody can replace him, so yeah. It's a little bit harder to predict because you never know what might happen in the middle. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be 9 games. And Touhous and 5 From games sounds good. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Now if only I could update my PC by then, because my PC is probably gonna be so outdated that it probably won't be able to run any Touhou game. I mean, I already know that I won't be able to run the From games, right? That's already a given, but I really wonder if I will be able to run the Touhou games. I think yeah, because I don't think Soon is gonna add any fancy graphics that won't be able to run in any decent PC. And when I say decent, I mean half decent. You don't even need anything to make Touhou games run. Fucker. Maybe even Lennon will come out. Lennon 5. Wait, why is that unrealistic? Did something happen with the creator of Lennon? Or is it just the fact that he barely even releases games? Because the only thing about Lennon 5 is the 2015 announce? Holy shit. Well, to be fair, it's probably gonna be one person. Hey, BBF, holy shit, how is it going? Damn, a lot of viewers around here told me great things about you, that you're pretty much the best player in the game without any contest. Holy shit, how is it going? It's really nice seeing you here. And yes, this boss is looking pretty hard. It's looking really hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see me beating this, but I mean, I guess if I could beat Solgreen, I should be able to beat this. Maybe. Although there's also the fact that a lot of people have told me that this boss is even harder than Solgreen. So if that's the case, then I'm not sure if I will be able to do it, but my real issue right now is this attack, this spinning top attack. My actual strategy is going to the right, then going to the left, and this is where I don't know what to do. It's less to learn, but harder to beat. Okay, so it's more execution based. Yeah. To be completely honest, that's, to me at least, is that I cannot really realize what to do when with the spinning tops happen. But maybe it's just that there isn't any specific strategy, right? It's just that you gotta get good. Because if that's the case, then, well, that's gonna be hard. I don't know how to shibate bees. Yeah, the most frustrating part about that is that they are static. The bees behave like Sonic. So yeah, but the problem here is that even if they behave like Sonic, Oh, wait, they are bees? I thought they were spinning tops. Like, I thought they were like Beyblades. Like, someone was like doing a Beyblade tournament and they were competing. So they are bees. Holy shit. That's pretty hard to figure out. Those are actually bees. Wow. Alright. Well, then again, we're talking about Cheetah Man here, so a game that is specifically not known by his beautiful graphics, so yeah, I can understand that. So the thing is that even if they behave like Sonic, the problem here is that they are thrown at you from different sections, like from different places, I mean, right? Like at one point they get thrown at you from the right, but at one other point they get thrown at you from the center. And then at other point from the left, right? So the problem there is that even if they behave like Sonic, the difference is that, well, first of all, obviously Sonic was only one, but also the problem is that Sonic only came at you from one direction, and after that you could just bait him like crazy, right? But here there are multiple of them, and as I say, they come at you from different directions. So the frustrating part about this is that it's not RNG. As far as I know, there's no RNG in that attack. So that means that everything that happens there is pretty much your fault. Like, if a bee kills you, it's actually your fault. And the problem there is that, well, that means that... Wait, speaking of bees, what the hell is that? Wasn't a bee though, but it was an insect. But what I try to say is that there's no RNG involved, so everything that if you get killed by a bee, is pretty much your fault. But the problem with that is that I haven't figured out a way yet on how to do it. And I'm pretty sure there should be a strategy that always works, since it's a named pattern and you can manipulate it. There should be a strategy that's always gonna work. But I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't figured out a strategy that consistently can work every time. It also doesn't help that the dogs take out the platform, so even if the attack itself is not RNG, the platforms that you can stand on are RNG. So in that sense, I don't know how reliably you can dodge this. So yeah, for now I'm trying to figure out that attack. Like, I got past it once, that's a good thing, but yeah, good luck trying to get there again. And the worst part is that even after I beat that, the monkey attack afterwards completely fucked me over. There's a strat where you stay on the right the entire time, but I don't know what it is. You stay on the right the entire time. Well, I mean, I can kinda understand how it will work, but I guess you should really need to time your jumps properly for that. How do you usually do this, by the way? Or is it just pure reaction? Because obviously if your reactions are good enough, I'm pretty sure you can do this without trouble. Problem being that my strategies are... my reactions are not that good, right? My reactions are a little bit slow. I have a very set strategy I do every time it works on most of the platform patterns. On the platform patterns. Do you mind sharing it, or... Because I'm interested, I'm definitely interested in seeing a strategy that will work every time. It will be really useful, for sure. It will definitely be really time optimal to know a strategy here. Although it's probably harder to say, right? Because it probably involves a bunch of movements, so I can probably understand it being hard to... Oh, it's a video? Let's see. Damn, this is the world record. Holy shit. I see. So it's pretty much a lot of memorization, right? The problem is that... Yeah. I feel like that will be as hard to do as what I'm doing right now. Like basically trying to jump to the right and then to the left. It's, you know, basically my strategy here is kind of like trying to run to the right and then to the left, but it's gonna be an issue. It's what I learned when I play casually, so it's not optimal at all. Well, I don't know if I will say that when it's part of the world record, but I don't know if I will call that an optimal, but I guess. So basically, it's like I understand it's jumping those first three normally, then jumping to the right. Yeah. I think in that case I just have to keep trying the way I tried, but yeah, it's basically one of those patterns that getting good at it's hard. It's hard, and even if it's not that related to luck, you still, you know, need to try a lot. This fight is rough. Yeah, I definitely can see that. Gotta head to bed, see ya. Alright. Have a good night, BBF, and thanks a lot for hanging out and sharing the strats. But yeah. Basically that confirmed my fears about this fight, that it is really, really hard. Alright. Well, I guess the only thing left to do is just hard work. Hard work and nothing else. Which is kind of what I did with, you know, Soul Green. Although I really can't speculate how long this is gonna take. Like, this is probably gonna take a pretty long time, to say the least. So basically I'm just hopeful that at the very least I can figure it out, or at least figure out a viable strategy soon enough. Cause I feel like the one in the video is obviously good, right? I mean, it was using a world record, right? Like, it's obviously good. But I don't feel like it's gonna be easy for me to execute. Again, I'm really not that good reacting to things and executing, so it's kind of a problem. But you know, that's fine. I mean, I already prepared myself mentally for this after all. I already knew that this was gonna be a boss as hard or harder than Soul Green. So I only have myself to blame here. Okay. But maybe that will work, because I feel like I can consistently, or at least semi-consistently, go from left to right and not get killed. And then my issue is when I go to the left and try to stay on the left, it's pretty hard for me to not die there. That's my biggest problem right there. But I feel like it shouldn't be that much of a problem, maybe. Or maybe it will be much of a problem, but I feel like this is just repeating over and over until I eventually get it. It's just pretty much like the whole game. But yeah, I'm gonna be going now. I wonder if I can skip this shit, this dialogue, somehow. Because I'm pretty sure that the mouse can't close it. The goodbye button doesn't work. And if I select never, I get fucked. Although I'm really curious, what happens if I pick never and I'm here? Oh, he still kills you, okay. Well... Oh, and I killed him with the... Okay. So it seems that there's no way to hit the save other than that. I guess that works, alright. Well, yeah, that's gonna be it for today then. I hope that closing the game while this model is open won't fuck anything up, but I think not. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream, but I might come back if Twitch allows me to. I might come back later today on the night with more of this, obviously. Then again, this is gonna be really hard, although you probably already seen this, but this might take a long time, so yeah. In any case, I want to thank everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so take care.